In the years following World War II, American aviation entered a period of bold experimentation. Among the most unconventional creations, and one of my favorites, was the Fairchild XC-120 Packplane, an airplane designed around a radical idea. Instead of loading cargo onto the plane, it had a detachable cargo pod that could be preloaded with cargo and then reattached when ready. Hello, this is Russell, and welcome to Anything History. To me, this is an amazing concept. You can see that in the shadow of the Berlin airlift in 1949, the promise of this new technology would have a huge advantage in situations where you needed to load and unload large amounts of cargo quickly in a hostile environment. The problem with World War II-era cargo aircraft, like the C-47 Skytrain and the C-54 Skymaster, is that they were loaded by hand from the side of the aircraft. This was extremely inefficient and slow. The XC-120 solved this problem. The detachable cargo pod of the XC-120 allowed for cargo to be preloaded and pre-positioned. All loading could occur without the aircraft being present. In fact, the cargo pods could be readied in advance, awaiting the aircraft's arrival. This modular design concept was definitely forward-looking. It anticipated the containerization principles that would ultimately revolutionize global transportation systems. Flight testing began in 1950. While the aircraft demonstrated stable cruising performance, numerous operational challenges emerged. One issue was the XC-120 used two Pratt & Whitney radial engines. While these engines provided substantial power, performance tests indicated the aircraft's ability to maintain altitude with a single engine was marginal, particularly when carrying a loaded pod. This limitation was critical for military transport expected to operate in remote or hostile environments. Another issue was the quadricycle landing gear that was used on the Packplane. It created drag and limited reverse movement, thus reducing the aircraft's efficiency on crowded or improvised airstrips. And finally, the most disappointing thing was that field test of the Packplane's key innovation, the cargo pod, was difficult to align in crosswinds and bad weather, and that the housing and locking mechanisms were less efficient than predicted. By 1952, the U.S. Air Force had canceled the program. While the XC-120 Packplane was innovative, its drawbacks outweighed its promise. Only one prototype was ever built, and after the project was canceled, that lone aircraft was eventually scrapped. Looking ahead, you can see why the Air Force moved away from the XC-120 and transport aircraft like the C-124 Globemaster II and the legendary C-130 Hercules. This new generation of aircraft incorporated the concept of preloaded cargo using palletized systems that could be efficiently loaded and unloaded via ramps. This approach to the same logistical challenge minimized aircraft downtime while avoiding the operational complexities of the XC-120 Packplane's elaborate cargo system. The XC-120 Packplane was a transitional experiment, a bridge between World War II transport ideas and the airlift concepts that followed. Like other experimental aircraft, its real value lay in the bold ideas it tested, even if some turned out to be dead ends. The XC-120 exemplified both the period's bold experimentation and the practical limitations that kept its modular cargo system from taking off. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel out.